to make sure that we have good nutrition and we're taking the right types of food.
My full name is Abushi Derek, public health specialist in the Lake. And as area I was educated by my colleague that public health is based on prevention, promoting and prolonging life. My presentation is going to be based on food safety. So many other times when we visit our supermarkets, we go inside there, we buy commodities, and those commodities that we buy, you might find that with no idea you buy a commodity which has got a lot of complications, whereby when you go home, you prepare, you find that your children, they are suffering from diseases such as diarrhea. Hence, this presentation is going to talk about some of those commodities that when you find in a supermarket, you should be able to detect and avoid. So the first commodity we're going to talk about is this one. So when you're in your supermarket, you have to check. First, you check for the expiry date. As you are buying, you check for the expiry date. After checking for the expiry date, yes, you find that it's okay. The expiring date is okay. Then you check for other aspects of it. If it has an opener, you might find that yes, it has got an opener like this one. So this one means that a lot of air has been going inside. Then certain insects might have been going inside also to feed on this commodity. So you find that the quality of this commodity will reduce. And also those insects have got a lot of diseases. So you find that when you go home, you prepare this commodity, it's going to affect you and your family. So such commodities we seize them as public health. Then another one here, we've got these two juice. Yes, so these, first of all, as I mentioned, you have to check again. You can check this one. Yes, you check for the expiry date, it's okay. But we find that it's open, that's why we seize that one. Yes. So the other one now is this. You find that first you check for the expiry date. You check. You find that the expiry date, this one is expired. The way you check the expiry date is like this. So you have to see there is the date when this product was manufactured. Then there's also this date when this product is supposed to be expired. So certain traders, you find that them, even if the product is expired, due to the loss of funds, they still sell the such commodities. But as a specialist, public health, we bring in these queries. So we inspect such commodities. So you might find that this commodity, even if it's not expired, but the way it is, it's bulged. Yes, so when it's bulged like this, it means that there are a lot of chemical reactions which took place inside. And when chemical reactions take place inside, you find that the quality, the taste of the commodity will change. Hence, it is going to have a lot of complications to the consumer. So such commodities, again, we seize. These are also for baking, the same commodities in the supermarket. These have got the expiry date. You can check also. So this one, an expired date simply indicates to say the lifespan of that commodity has ended, meaning that there are certain reactions that has taken place. So that commodity won't be the way it's supposed to be. So these commodities also, we seize them. There is a form that we call seizure form to use to seize these commodities. It also applies to this one. This commodity also does got the expiry date and it's out of date, meaning that it was also expired. We do the same thing. There is also this one. We also check, especially commodities like this and this, you check where the opener is, then also check the expiry date. So you check, find that it has got an opener. Yes, then you check for the expiry date. Yes, this one is also expired. So after checking again, we seize the product because it is going to cause complications to the consumer. Then there are these also products. These products, they are tin products. So you find that when you are checking for these products, you check for the expiry date. You check, this one is up to date. But you find that there is this, we call this as touched. So you find that this product has got a complication here. So this dented article, we find that when the reaction inside, because the main reason why you do products like this, you find that this metal here should not be in touch with the product inside. So when it becomes like this, so mean that the reaction inside will take place. And when that reaction takes place, the commodity will lose its value. Hence, it is going to cause a lot of complications. When somebody takes this up, same applies to this, they are just one and the same. also these are expired commodities. And these are very difficult to view where the expiry date is, but you should always check as you go to consume that beverage you take in the evening. You should always check here. You check, there's an expiry date here.
And even have time to check, they just go.
No, it's a mandate that you need to be checking because our health comes first. Yes, so we check, then you find that it is also out of date. You seize the product also. Yes. So as he explained earlier, public health is about many things. So this was under food inspection about processed article foods that are in the shelves. Now we are going to go to meat inspection. Meat inspection first is talking about just the way I'm looking myself, the way I'm dressing, the helmet, the boots, and also the oven. This means that it's a representation of me when I'm about to do meat inspection. Most especially you find me on abattoir and operating research. So meat inspection is done in two ways, but we're going to focus in one way, which is called post-mortem meat inspection, because we are dealing with dead meat, as you can see. And in public health, we call this as a carcass. Yes, so we are going to examine this carcass if it's okay or not. And we have got 4 techniques that we use when we are examining this carcass. The first one we use is viewing the carcass. Just have to view what I'm doing, just seeing the way it is. Yes, you can also see. You see the way this carcass is. Yes, you see. So this is one of the methods. Yes, so this carcass is just okay. Yes. We look for, because a normal meat, quality meat should be reddish like this. Yes, it should be reddish. Yes. Then the other one I'll explain as I'm going. Yes. So yes, the other one we use is offlocation. Just smell it. Just have to smell, and you can also do that. Yes, to find that your key is of good sound. Yes. Yes. Then the other one is by patient. Patient is just basically just do this. Whereby you're just feeling if there are maybe sands or what inside. And if there's something like that, it means that this meat has got maybe tuberculosis or anthrax. Yes. So you find that after doing this, you leave it. Then the last one we call it incision. Yes, whereby I use the knife, just do this, I cut. Yes, like this. So when I cut like this again, I'm going to show you where I did that. So it's like this, it's fresh, you see. So it means that this meat is okay. So now we proceed to the next one. Yes. So here again we will do the same process. The first one we are just going to view the meat. So as I explained earlier, that the meat of quality should be reddish in color, and it at least should be tasty also, and also the smell. Yes. So as you can smell this. This is public. This is what we deal with every time. Any volunteer? Okay, we continue. Yes. So the first one was about smelling. We find that the product is not okay. Yes. So it is a suspecting case. We are suspecting it. We do incision again. So you find that it's like this. It has whitish things inside. It means that this carcass is condemned. And when you have a condemned carcass, we seize it also. Yes. Well, and then you leave it in a safe place. As a specialist like I need to close that place and make sure that I have the key on that. Meaning that for any person to come in should not have chance to be in contact with this product, because other people might consume it. Then the same carcass which is condemned, there are ways in which we dispose it. Yes. So the way we dispose this carcass, the first one is by rendering. What I mean by rendering is that we just melt the carcass. We melt the whole carcass until there is nothing. It means that we have disposed it. Then the other one is just by burning. You just burn the whole carcass, meaning that the artist should not be in reach of any person. Then the other one again is just by the use of chemicals like kerosene. Yeah, whereby you just pull them, you pull chemicals to this carcass so that it becomes awful to others, so that when somebody tries to come in contact with it, cannot use it. Then the other one we use it is also a product the way it is. You know, as public health, we also deal with research. So we found out that this carcass also can be used we use this carcass to manufacture fertilizer. Yes, so it can also be used for fertilizer. So after all, it's not that condemned. Yes. So having discussed about this commodity, together with what she was explaining that time, for us to come up with this, we do research. Yes, and this research, what that we do, it's for us to, this research we do it when we are students like that, so that I have the basics when I go in the field, in order for me to be able to research on new outcomes. For example, the issue of COVID-19, the way it came, that was in 2019, but it came about a lot in 2020, whereby it brought about closure of schools. But us as public health specialists, we never had to sit idle. Because of this qualification, we had to make sure that we sit down, we do a bit of research, and others, you find that they have come up with the rules and regulations, because our duty is for prevention. You find that they have brought in those buckets that side. You have to wash hands, you have to be putting on this face mask when in a public place. Then the other thing again, this is because of the same research that we have been doing, the social distance. That's the reason why we do this research. So in order, or in a way that at our university, for example, we experience any form of outbreak, this research is going to help us as specialists to come up with the preventive measures so that we save the lives of tomorrow. Otherwise, public health is, according to me, the reason why we study public health is to prevent adulteration. What I mean by adulteration with this commodity is that you find that there is a food handler. The food handler is just a person who handles food. Yes, you find that the food handler has got limited resources. So he gets just a small meat that he has. Then with maybe a pork and the other meat, he mixes. That's adulteration. So our duty as public health is to prevent that. Then the other reason why we do meat inspection, for example, we do it in order to prevent zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic diseases, these are just diseases that are transferred by animals to human beings. For an example of a disease is just tuberculosis. Otherwise, thank you so much.